Hello, welcome to Unit 5, Section 2 of GCSE Business. We're looking at market research. Now, these videos are going to be split into four. First of all will be the introduction to market research, and then the second video will look more in depth at primary research. The third one will be looking more in depth at secondary research, and then the fourth one will be how we go about presenting data. So the next four videos will be making sure that we understand the meaning of market research, the importance of carrying it out, the difference between primary or field research and secondary or desk research, the advantages and disadvantages of primary and secondary research, the need for accurate, up-to-date research, and the difference between qualitative and quantitative research. These are the key terms that you need to have a good grasp of, and make sure you fill out those definitions on your worksheets, please. Essentially, in a nutshell, market research is just about finding out what the customers want or need. Okay, and that ties in a lot to the sort of 4 Ps of marketing. So finding out about the product features they want, where they're going to buy their products, what sort of price they would buy it at, where they access their advertising, what kind of advertising they're going to access the most, and also finding out through this what your target market is, so you can sort of segment your market more efficiently. Now, market research helps a business do a lot of things. Okay, so like I said, it helps them segment the market, discover where there's demand for your product or not, what your sort of competitors are doing, how well previous products or previous campaigns have gone, and essentially sort of establishing the needs and wants of your customers, like we've said, with regards to the 4 Ps. Now, certain businesses really lean into market research, and we call those kind of businesses market orientated because they make sure that their product, their advertising, where they sell it, and the price are real sort of tailored to what the customers, what the market are telling them. Okay, so some businesses really rely on that. Other businesses do not. They are product orientated. So, for example, Steve Jobs is famous for saying, how does the customer know what it wants if I haven't told them yet? So you can tell that a company like Apple is not market orientated. They are what we would call product orientated because they focus more their money on research and development, which is very different to market research. Research and development is about putting money into prototypes and developing things. But market research is more about reacting to what the customers are telling them and how people feel about their products. Okay, so like I said, with market research, go out finding out information related to the 4 Ps. Now, we've touched upon the fact that there are a couple of different ways in order to find out things about your customers. Now, the main ways, 2 main ways, are primary research, which we refer to as field research, and then a secondary research, which we refer to as desk research. Okay, now, primary research is about collecting first-hand information through things like focus groups, surveys, questionnaires, observations, consumer panels, whatever. Okay, and we'll go into that in the next video. Exactly how they go about that. But primary research is just about finding that information out yourself. Okay, so you can make sure. It can be sort of real exact and sort of tailored to exactly what you want to find out from your customers. Downside of using field research or primary research is the fact that it is expensive and it can be quite time consuming to gather all the information that you want, that you think is quite reflective. Now, the thing is sometimes if companies are making their own making their own surveys, for example, sometimes they can tailor the surveys to almost tell them what they think they want to hear. So it can sometimes be unreliable, but most of the time the information is exact and tailored if you've done it right. Okay. Secondary research or desk research is basically using information that someone's already collected. Okay, so it can literally just be searching the internet and finding out things about your competitors, finding out about what the turnover in the marketplace is, finding out what the structure of the local geography is or the local demographics is. Okay, now this is going to be quick and not particularly expensive. Okay, so like when I got you to do your business plans and things like that, you were able to find out loads of information about your potential competitors and things related to your product, such as like reviews about things. Okay, Now the problem is that it's probably not definitely specific, or not as specific as primary research, and it could potentially be out of date. So that's where the sort of real drawbacks are with it. Okay. Now, when carrying out any particular data, there are different kinds of data you can gather. One is referred to as quantitative data, and this is information you can quantify. So if you were doing a survey and you did closed questions, okay, so gave people options, you were able to turn that information into something you can quantify to probably prove your point. Okay. The downside of using quantitative data is that there is a lack of sort of depth or insight into the information that you're getting. Okay, you're only getting kind of yes or no answers, or you're only really getting options of answers. To counteract that, what you can use is qualitative data, where people give you opinions and feelings about your product. Now, this can be really insightful, but the difficulty is if you are asking a load of people to give their thoughts and feelings, it's quite difficult to analyze and really sort of put that into graphs and charts for information that you can, tangibly use. Okay.